Halton Police continue to search for an 80-year-old boater. Robert Wyles' sailboat was found just outside of Oakville Harbour last night during the storm, and there's reason to believe he was not wearing a life jacket. Sean Cowan is live in Oakville with more. Sean?
Phil, this is the boat right behind me here that 80-year-old Robert Wyles was on yesterday. Now, it's docked right here in the Oakville Harbour, and that's because it was found just off the coastline yesterday. Now, the Canadian Coast Guard tells me if he was wearing his life jacket, he could survive these waters up to 24 hours. It has been 24 hours now since he went missing, but I did see his son show up here at the boat earlier today. He was here to gather some of his father's things, and he tells me he found 2 life jackets on the boat, and he says his father would have been wearing one of them. The Canadian Coast Guard, along with CFB Trenton and 3 police marine units, have been searching for 80-year-old Robert Wyles from Durham since yesterday evening.
Yesterday there was a storm in the area, and police were assisting another boater when they noticed this boat without anybody on board, and began an investigation and a search.
Police say the 80-year-old is an experienced boater, and he bought the sailboat privately from someone just yesterday around 12:30 in the afternoon. He set sail alone from the Bronte Harbour, and his boat was found around 6 p.m. near the Oakville Harbour, just off 16 Mile Creek, around 6 kilometers away. The rescue started right away, with police searching on boats, in a helicopter, and in an airplane. Bright flares were also deployed.
Police search plane went very much higher and started dropping orange flares to light up the lake, the search area. And during the whole evening, probably 10 or 12 flares were released.
The Canadian Coast Guard says even if someone is an experienced boater, the waters can be a very dangerous place, especially during a storm.
Safety is paramount when you're in bad weather with boats, and sometimes these things happen, fortunately.
And this is still being called a rescue mission, not a recovery mission just yet. I did just speak with the Canadian Coast Guard as well as the Oakville Staff Sergeant, and they tell me they will be continuing the search into the evening, overnight, and into the morning. They tell people who live in Oakville you will see flares up in the skies once again. Police are also asking people who live along the waterfront to check the shoreline. Nicole?